And welcome back. You know, the organization Aging Up is holding a clothing drive that's going to help ensure that our youth are taking the right steps towards a brighter future, especially when it comes to first impression, and also in the way of professional wear. Here to explain more, we have April Johnson with Aging Up and also Cindy Dolphin, who happens to be a mentor inside the program. We're going to find out more about that program as well. But first, let's talk about this clothing drive. So when is this happening, and what is this clothing drive's mission? What's the focus of this drive?
Yeah, well, Aging Up is a mentoring organization for youth in foster care, and the clothing drive is happening this Thursday, September 27th at Uptown Studios between 6 and 8 p.m.
Okay, and so are you looking for people to donate professional wear during this drive?
We are. We're looking for kind of business casual professional clothing that youth can wear to interviews, holiday events, school parties. So, just kind of help them along the way.
Okay, and then so obviously these clothes are going to go benefit these students then, right?
Yes, the youth in foster care that we serve. So it's actually a really unique collaborative. Aging Up does not have our own clothing closet, so we've teamed up with a new organization. They're newly forming into a nonprofit, and they provide styling workshops for youth in foster care.
Oh, great.
So yeah, St. Vincent de Paul in Roseville gave them this really great space, and they've made it, they call it the Dress to Success Clothing Boutique.
Oh, I love it.
And so it's a styling boutique with high-end fashion that our teens and the teens they serve get to shop in absolutely free.
Okay, and then this is kind of a loose example, if you will, of some of the things they might be looking for. So once again, that the business professional, but then it can also possibly be dressed down a little bit to casual, clearly like a nice dress jean with maybe like a button down or a jacket. Like you're mentioning, going into these interviews or just needing to be more presentational when it goes to public functions where they might meet people of opportunity, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's talk about Aging Up though, because like you mentioned, this is about being mentors. And this is something, Cindy, that you do. You're a mentor, you have a mentee. You actually took advantage of one of these drives with your mentee. You took her to a prom drive, right? And helped her pick out a dress.
Well, we went to the closet, and it was the first time my mentee had ever had the opportunity to select brand new clothes right off the shelf. So it was a big giddy for both of us, and then we were able to find just the right ensemble for the prom. It was perfect.
That's awesome. Okay, so you got to see firsthand the impact that something like this has on someone's life, right?
Absolutely. It may be the first time they ever have the opportunity to have brand new clothes.
Yes, and that's a big deal because, I mean, we all know that that helps with self-confidence, and when you can at least be a little more confident on the outside, that helps on the inside, and then that's just that little extra step forward towards towards your goal, right? Towards a brighter future.
Yeah.
So let's talk though about mentors. How important is it in the foster care system to have positive mentors?
I think it's absolutely critical. So youth in foster care tend to, they have some really dire statistics. Essentially 50% of them can end up homeless, unemployed, or incarcerated within 2 years of aging out of foster care. And so it doesn't have to be that way, right?
Yeah.
So we know that long-term exposure to high stress causes it basically can disrupt relationships, and so what we provide is the one-to-one mentoring helps them. Science is showing right now that the healing from trauma happens through relationships, and so our mentors, they're really just a friend. They're there to support the youth, give them a voice, and then through that they open new worldviews and give them new possibilities.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay, and Cindy, what made you want to be a mentor?
There's 3 reasons. One is because I was just doing nothing but posting things on Facebook about changing the world. And I need to get out and do it myself. So that was one.
We see a lot of people doing that. So thank you for finally taking action. That's great. Okay, so inspire others. And what's the second?
Right, and it was actually for my own good. I knew that I would have new experiences that I had never had before, and that's exactly what's happened. It's been wonderful for me and my mentee.
Yeah, that's absolutely fantastic. Okay, so hopefully you're inspiring some others too to be a part of this. So if people want to be a mentor, what do they do?
Yeah, so we actually just closed this year's mentoring cycle, but they can go to our website, agingup.org, or info@agingup.org, and email, and we'll put you on the list for the next cycle. It's all about youth safety, so we do have a pretty extensive screening process that starts with an in-person orientation, an application, an in-person interview, and reference checks. And then from there, we invite folks to our training. And Cindy, passed with flying colors, so we have a 20-hour trauma-informed, strength-based training that really gets into, adolescent development, how to be that positive example.
It's a big role that you're stepping into, but an important role.
Yeah.
And one that definitely needs to be filled.
Absolutely.
And also what needs to be filled is clothes on the clothing rack.
Yes.
So when is this clothing drive once again?
Yeah, so again, it's this Thursday, September September 27th at Uptown Studios. And we are accepting new or gently used clothes, men's, women's fashions. Teens, like all of us, come in all shapes and sizes, so extra small to plus sizes, with plus sizes actually being kind of a critical need right now for us.
Okay. And where do our viewers go for more information, both on being a mentor and also helping out with the drive, and helping out beyond, too, if they can't participate in the drive?
Yeah, agingup.org, and clothing donations can happen at that St. Vincent de Paul and Giuseppe Court in Roseville, Monday through Fridays between 11:30 and 2 p.m.
Wonderful. Ladies, thank you so much.
Thank
Greatly
you.
appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thanks.
This interview involves commercial content. The products and services featured appear as paid advertising.